5 years ago, 346 people were killed in two plane crashes that happened 5 months apart in Indonesia and Ethiopia. Both planes were Boeing 737 MAX 8s. Then, this past January, Boeing came inches from yet another catastrophe as a door plug blew off an Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9 plane at 16,000 feet, shortly after taking off from Portland, Oregon.
A nightmare scenario for passengers. The clothes on one child sucked out.
This was no surprise. Unfortunately, the company has struggled mightily with manufacturing, and we've had over 20 production quality defects. It's hard to keep up with all of them.
Also been on a decline. It hit an all-time high in 2019 before the MAX crash in Ethiopia, plummeted during the pandemic, and is down over 25% so far in 2024.
My sense is until you get an all clear, the stock will probably be stuck in a range. And, the key question really, the multi-billion-dollar question is, when's the all clear? And we just don't know yet.
CNBC explores how the 737 MAX crisis unfolded and what the future holds for Boeing's best-selling jet.
The official 737 christening ceremony took place in the new Final Assembly Building on January 17, 1967.
The first Boeing 737 debuted in 1967. Over the last few decades, strong demand for the twin-engine narrow-body jets led to many evolutions of the 737 family. There have been over 10,000 737s made, and it's flown over 30 billion passengers. The plane is so popular that Boeing estimates a 737 takes off or lands every 1.5 seconds.
If you've flown, you've likely flown at some point in your life on a 737. It's one of the most commonly used aircraft by airlines around the world.
The commercial aircraft market is dominated by Boeing and Airbus. Together, their planes represented over 75% of aircraft flying last year. The two compete on various types of jetliners, especially narrow-body planes, like the 737 and A320, which account for close to 60% of the global fleet. In 2011, Boeing was under pressure after Airbus launched an upgrade to its existing narrow-body plane called the A320neo, which stands for New Engine Option. The plane was more fuel-efficient and could save airlines money. American Airlines, an exclusive Boeing customer at the time, was ready to place a big order with Airbus and told Boeing it would have to move quickly to win the airline over.
Boeing took a lot of shortcuts in developing this aircraft, and those shortcuts literally bit Boeing in its behind.
Designing a new airplane could take up to a decade and billions of dollars in investment. Boeing decided to re-engine the 737 with a new engine variant, which was more fuel efficient, and called it the 737 MAX.
It's a very simple reason why Boeing was looking at re-engining essentially the 737, which had already been around for decades. It's cheaper. So instead of building a plane or designing a plane from scratch.
Lawyers for relatives of passengers killed in a 737 MAX crash are asking a federal judge to reject a plea agreement from Boeing. The new deal would include hundreds of millions of dollars in fines and safety investments and place the company on probation for 3 years. But lawyers say it's too lenient and avoids accountability for causing over 300 deaths.